welcome. Yeah, welcome to this stream. The audio should be there by now. I hope everyone will be able to hear us. We're excited today. It's another Friday. It's another Friday. It's another podcast, which is live and all those things. So yeah, we're excited. I have Dennis here. He has his phone as usual.
Was that? I'm trying to hear. I can't hear.
Can you hear the audio? It's coming.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Yeah. We have Dennis here with his phone as usual. But yeah, we're excited to have you guys here on the stream. Today is an exciting one because today is the beginning of
the EPL is
the
back.
Premier League is back.
EPL is back.
So I'm putting on this one.
I have back.
The new one.
Whew.
The most new jersey on my top fan.
We're still getting there. I'm a top fan, but it's Manchester United. We're playing in the Europa. You don't have to bet in everything that you belong, or that you have, like So
you can put it on.
Probably can carry out some of the positives from there.
Yeah.
When the season starts to progress,
Yeah.
I love the white one. I'm getting the white one for this season. The away white one for Man U. I think I love that. So yeah. But we have to wait and see. It's a new era.
Yeah, it's a new era.
Ten Hag era. Looking forward to the new season of the English Premier League.
The new season is crazy. We'll talk about it in detail. But for now, we will go straight to the topics that we have today. So today, I'm excited, as usual, to have Dennis, the co-host. He's an amazing guy. And then today we'll talk about some other things in Malawi. We'll have a guest coming in for the second topic. So we're talking about the Gome's wedding, last week's wedding.
Crazy things.
The crazy development that happened there. And we're talking about the court case between the Prophet Chikoko and the brother Martse, and then the Gwamba, Ephraim, Nyondo, and Gome, the one that is buzzing right now in social media. We're talking about Ambassador David from the U.S. We talk about whatever is happening on social media, and then what is our take on that one. We'll talk about what else?
International news. Amazing developments. Developing cities. We know the case of Gome City.
Yeah.
Also, there are other cities earmarked for the central region.
Yeah.
Smart cities, not just cities, but smart cities.
Yeah.
And so look to Saudi Arabia to just look at what's happening there. The new developments with smart city, the city of the future, basically.
Perfect. So yeah, there are a couple of stuff. We're talking about we're having the we're also sharing 5 last tickets to Suffix's show today. So what we're gonna do is we'll have your names. I'll call for names. So if you want to get, even you can stop now. If you want to get a ticket, just write your name that I want a ticket. What we'll do is we have an online raffle draw. It's a crazy one, I'm telling you. An online raffle draw. And all those things. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, let's talk about Gome. So the first thing first, the Gome situation, man.
Yeah.
How do we start? MC Gome, popular guy on social media.
Social media, very good MC.
Yeah,
He's
very
been
good.
holding down people's events, from engagements to weddings to whatever events. Yeah. Very, very popular guy.
Yeah, he's a popular guy, man. And I have seen him, I've followed him. We're friends on Facebook, but I don't know in person. But what was interesting is I was following up his proposal. Right? Because his proposal was great, man.
It was. Hey. I think it was at Latitude.
I think Latitude's, man.
It was like a more of like a documentary of
That's
things.
it.
It was like
it was everything, man.
Yeah.
It was a whole
It's crazy because I woke up like in the morning and then I have a neighbor who was another woman popped up from wherever
Yeah.
and came into the fore and said, "Yo, no, this is not going proceed because I've got unfinished business with the man.
Hey, man.
This is my man. I'm actually carrying his baby right now. I'm 4 months pregnant and all that." And yeah, I stood there and I was still like kind of in denial, like, you know, those things that trend on social media.
Yeah.
Just wanna create something.
Yeah, I felt like it's a fake news as well.
Yeah, I actually dismissed it as fake news at the beginning. Until later on when I actually now started seeing all these things and whatnot, I was like, oh shit, I think this is like a real news happening. It's not a movie. It's not one of those things.
For me, man, straight to the point, I don't get it. How a church would tolerate evidence of someone who comes forth and say that this person is my partner. Because the question is, what if the person lied on the spot? Did they have time to test the pregnancy, to get the DNA and those things? I think there should be time, right? Time where if someone is coming with a claim, they're given days so that they will do all the processes.
I don't know how the CCAP congregation works.
Yeah.
In this case, I know I've got like different CCAPs, but this should be like a Nkoma Synod. I think so. Yeah, I think that's Nkoma Synod.
Yeah.
How they do the process to the wedding day. Yeah. Because naturally, or what I know is you have days where you announce the intention of the two people would have now you announce in church and you try to call for anybody who has got issues with these two people to come forth, talk to them. According to the churches that I know, I advise you to talk to these two because it's them that have made this decision. If you ever got an issue with one of them or both of them, go meet them where you meet them. Because probably if you have issues, you have somewhere when you so you go and meet them and you discuss that. If you have issues after discussions with them, now you go to either Ankoswe, but because this is now going towards holy matrimony, the church is involved. You are also given an opportunity to go meet the elders of the church to explain your grievances against these people. I know it's done in like usually it's 3 times, so it's like 3 weeks, 21 days of announcements and getting people to bring forth their evidence about why these people shouldn't be married. So for them to wait until this day and to actually accept the claim, for me, I don't get it. For me is,
yes, this person is my partner, A, B, C, D. There are so many things. What if, yes, those people were partners in a way, right? But the pregnancy, technically, so these are technical details right?
Now.
Yeah, technically, the pregnant is not his. And then the whole thing has been messed up. The whole sermon has been messed up, and then we realize.
I'm here trying to look at the whole thing, like the proposal, the bridal shower,
the person,
and now you look at the venue that they had booked for this wedding, all the preparations, and then the budget that was going into this thing, and someone just pops up on the spot, and then they say, no, we're not going to proceed with this, and I don't know. I still want to hear the background story, but I feel like the church needed to protect their own because
that's the thing.
Everybody had been given the opportunity to come forward. If you have any issue, please let's discuss this. Not on this day.
No,
on this day. I don't think Panova Macheche. I'm a bangabezo Panova. I mean, I didn't know at that time.
And you close everything.
What I know is on the day, nobody came through. We said, if you have anything, forever hold your peace, or go find it somewhere. But
That's
these
the
guys are
thing.
being
That's the
united.
thing.
So
the church had time. This person had time. You can never mess up everything that people have prepared on the day.
no.
Because these things have implication. Assuming, right, for instance, for an example, assuming this person, right, Gome, technically is not the owner of the pregnancy, as we heard, right, and then he's messed up in the mind, mental health issues have clocked in, and then the issue is the church never protect their own.
No. So I think the process needs to be revisited. If that's allowed, we didn't have to pop up on the day when they are officiating the wedding, and the officiating team or the clergy can actually say, okay, we'll not proceed because of this claim. I don't think that's fair.
That's not fair, man.
Whether in this case it was true or not, because people can do anything. Like,
can
how
do
do you
anything. You
investigate and
you
prove
hate
beyond
that.
reasonable doubt that this person has got genuine claims against the person that they are claiming to be having something with? So, and
sad for MC Go.
And you know, Kumalo, we have this whole thing going on. How we always want to jump on things that are trending against some people. Makes us feel good, and I don't know, when I heard the whole story, I didn't know what to think, whether to think about it or not. But looking at the investment that these people had made into this day, I don't know. I know the misunderstanding if it was there with the other person. But the thing that was like a very, very
I think
wrong.
it was a wrong timing for that to happen, right? Because they had time to do this, and if they could have done it at a particular time, right? It could have been sorted. So what I'm looking at is, what was the motive? Was it to break the whole wedding? Or was the motive to make sure that
fix
the person
something,
to fix their relationship, or to get the person to accept that this was my pregnancy? Because if it was that, it is an issue that people can discuss it separately. Because obviously, I don't think the woman who was marrying Gome would say, maybe some women would say, I'm leaving Gome today because of this news. Come on.
I don't know.
If you
have made up your mind that you're going to marry this person and everything is said, so you have undergone through all the procedures and processes. I don't know if that's a claim that can sway you.
That can sway you like in a day and say, okay,
I'm changing everything because of this. I know there were probably maybe in their relationship. I don't think it's been rosy. I see. There has never been anything. There are things that you discuss. So that was something that I think the lady could have discussed with him, and they could have sorted it out and see how best. But
sometimes the fact that someone has a kid with someone, this is how I look at it, does not necessarily mean that you need to break everything that you are building because you have a kid with someone. And take care of the kid. And I'm assuming Gome, I don't know if what was happening, how true it is, but assuming if it is true, I don't think he will be in a position to say, I'm not going to take care of the baby. You would take care of the baby. So what was the motive to break someone's...
Because, okay, if the man had made up his mind that I'm marrying this one, while he knew that he has got a baby on the way with another woman, it means he had weighed all the options and found it fulfilling for him to go along with this person. That means there was people have got 3 wives, 4 wives, people have got kids outside marriage, but there's always a way to fix that. It's not like we're encouraging people to do that, but also it's up to what you live in. If you think it's okay to have, it's up to you, not us. But in this case, I think I think things did not go well, and there should be better ways to solve these issues.
Let's go to topic 2, man, quickly. Let's do the comments quickly. See what are your thoughts on the topic with Valentino.
Valentino Moloseni, we're here, boss. Thank you so much, Mr. Moloseni, for being there and watching. We love your support. And Matthew Nkumba, we're here. Iman watching a Jeze. You know the drill. You know the drill.
What about Jeze? This is a new one. This is 2022.
It's new, but this is like last year, but it's still beautiful. You know?
It doesn't give you memories of loss.
Dude, I don't even know how it's gonna be. Like, sorry, man, sorry. But thank you so much, Matthew, for being there all the time. Top fan.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Protesio. 3 weeks going. Ezagaja ikalusa basi Mungu samaziwa kuti zayamba. But I think the proposal, when you're going to propose someone, whether it's going to be public on social media, by that time, someone should know.
People should know that this is what's going on.
It's happening. Yeah. Come forth. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, man. Yeah. Twambi Kayoni, I love this podcast. Crystal Clear.
Thank you so much for the love.
Yeah. Twambi, shout out to you, Twambi. I need to call you for some notification because I mentioned your name somewhere. So for the sake of it, but shout out to you. Thank you so much for following the show. Cool. And then we're going to topic 2. So I saw
topic number 2.
Matthew had some comments which are quite interesting. I felt like it's worthy to look at it. It says topic 2: wiser people will wait for the judgment day. Gwamba and his friends will definitely win this case because the law say there's no ufiti or satanic, while the Holy Bible says ufiti uliko satanic. Sometimes I hate some of these government.
Yeah, I think the post is there. It continues, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
There's an issue that just emerged yesterday on social media. We've seen the notice from the courts that Duncan, Ephraim, and Kelvin have filed a case against Jerome Nkata, who is Martse's brother, and Prophet Chikoko based in South Africa, for the videos that made rounds a few weeks ago on social media. This is linked to the death of Martin Nkata. We talked about this issue last week. From where we're sitting, we're just talking about what we know of the laws and what the courts would say if these people decided to pursue this case in courts. Because we are in a country that has got laws. So whatever we say, whatever we do, in the confines of the law. When people die, we know people die. There are always causes of death. There are physical causes. There are people that die due to negligence. There are supposed to be proofs that people can actually turn and say, Anafa is, but this was what happened, and these are the proofs of how the person died. In this case, the videos where the deceased Martin, in this case, showed things and had phone calls with different people and whatnot. And then the family released these videos with an explanation of the brother. This is what our brother was saying, and this is the thing that he said. And I think he said, I'm leaving this to you Malawians to judge. And the prophet who spoke to Martin and who had prayed for him and led him to salvation around 2 a.m. before his death, came out with him, where he was allegedly confirming what Jerome had said, that everything was true. And I think in the video he said him as a man of God was also confirming that Martin did not die a natural death. He was, and I quote, he was ritually murdered. And he had linked the murder to the people that he was mentioning in that video. But what's the evidence? So these people now have moved the courts, and these people need to respond. I don't know. What do you think? What's the way forward?
Anyway, the producer Leon, can you throw the quote? Someone's. Let's see them.
When I show it, there is no sound of yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Back.
All right. So I think, as we can see from there, that there's a quote, sermons that have been pushed towards the Chikoko Prophet and the brother of Martse. And I think we spoke about this last week. And I said my points, and I don't think I'm changing on this one. All I'm saying is, whenever you're trading in the issues to do with theft, right? If they are not based on evidence, that is evidence that can be put in court.
Can be submitted in court.
It can be submitted in court. You are selling on a very shaky ground. So what happens is things of the spirit, as they are known, right? All these issues of the spirit, issues that are believed, are difficult to manage because you could, okay, this one used magic. These people that are being accused, but from our perspective of the spirit of God, we also see that this is what is happening, and it's not us. It was probably ABCD.
Yeah.
So whose claim should you listen to when it comes to these accusations? What is the council of Sanhedrin? Biblically, in theology, we call it the council of Sanhedrin, which will look at this matter and say, okay, from this matter, who is this one is right? This one. Sadly, this is not how people are governed by the laws of the land, and the laws of the land have a prescription of what can be agreed and not. So I see that it's going to be. I know it's in court. We can all give our opinions, but it's in court. We're going to hear what's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be a difficult one if the family does not have a tangible evidence. They might have. They might have messages. Yeah. Messages can be used, right? Because it was a message. If it was a threat, if it was anything of that nature, can be used. But what if it is not a threat? What is if it is the message of a prophet, which is the evidence? I see that becoming a problem.
Yeah, I saw the post. Cause I actually got the news on Facebook yesterday. Yeah. So there was a post by the prophet himself, Chikoko, who said, is it right for a man of God, in this case him, to be sued in the court of law for confirming the word of God? Is it right? And when I read that, I think I just sent that to you. I was like, okay. We have a case here that I think I'm not sure what to think about. Yeah. But him is convinced that what he said was confirming the word of God. Yeah. Yeah. The Spirit of the Lord had led him to what was going on with our brother. Yeah. He prayed for him. So all these things, he was following all these things, how they happened. In his video, he said how one person moved from the hotel. We don't know how that is linked, but these people that he was confirming are the ones behind it, are now out there suing him. And him as a man of God is questioning, is it okay for him to be sued? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Okay. But then, because there's also another question there. The other person also being accused in this case, not mentioned in this particular court case, but who was mentioned in there also happens to be a man of God. And what if him also comes up with a claim based on what God had showed him and said, this is what happened, and can also what he says, since he's a believed man of God, used also to make conclusions on this case. It's,
that's how crazy it is. And I hope you can jump in the comments. Let's just explore your thoughts. Because the thing is, I was hoping to get Wanda.
Wonderful to jump in.
Wanda
is one person in Malawi who speaks a lot, or who has knowledge about things to do with witchcraft. He is the current executive director for his association of Malawi. And I think he always speaks about issues to do with faith, about witchcraft and all those, because these are things that happen in a certain realm, not the physical realm, in the realm of the spirit. We believe that there's a spirit, but when you're in a country like this, how do you treat this? So
because the thing is,
for one is not on the line.
One is not on the line. I think he's struggling with the internet, but if he comes through, we should be able to have him on this one. But the issue is, which I want to understand, and I will get thoughts of people in a minute, is what is suable and what is not suable. Who are protected from being sued, etc. Apparently, this case will be a lesson, will be something that people can study.
Yeah.
Maybe there are cases that can be studied already on this matter, but I think this one will be an interesting one because we'll be able to understand that, okay, if a prophecy comes and they use the prophecy to act on something and it becomes something that goes against a particular set of laws in a country, what does it do to me? Can I use my faith as a position? Let's get those thoughts from people.
Okay, so tell us what you think about this. Do you think issues of faith in this way, religion or whatever beliefs that one has, can they make a case based on that to claim something against somebody or someone? And if that impedes someone's rights or hinders them and they feel offended, should they be able to sue you for what's your take? I think we'll be interested to just hear what people think about that. Yeah.
Let's get the comments coming. But this is a very interesting one for me. I think
I can bring the comments.
Okay, James Chisomo Banda said religion is complicated and can't be sued.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Can religion not be sued?
Not religion. In this case, we're not talking about religion. We're talking about a statement that has been made in line with somebody's faith or beliefs. But there's a statement. So, in this case, we're not talking about suing
religion.
The religion. We're talking about the statement an individual, a person has made against someone, but in line with their beliefs or
That is interesting. Can religion be sued? I think it can. One, because religion plays under the state.
Yes. They actually laws.
They register.
Yes, a religion is supposed to be registered by the state. And if you're registered by the state, you know what laws to abide by.
Obviously, you can brought to justice. Justice is not going to be the justice that you think is justice. It's going to be justice in line with the laws.
Yeah, Tuambi says, oh yes, definitely. It really makes a case and you have to be sued for it.
So, Tuambi and I, we did theology.
So, it's an interesting case. And I think why this is going to be like a very, very interesting one is because of the figures involved in this case. Probably there are cases like that happen and nobody followed them. But this is now a case of public interest because the person who died is a very huge superstar, adored by many and loved by a lot of people. And the people that are also involved in these people are also big superstars with big followings. So we'll be keenly following that to find out how this ends and then draw whatever lessons we can from it.
For me, I feel like this is going to help how prophets, pastors speak to people about different things. Assuming a pastor comes to you and tells you, or maybe you hear a claim, or someone telling you anything else that you feel offended, and they say, I'm offended by what you have said. So because I'm offended, what I will do is I will sue you. Would you get us back to Dave Chappelle? Right? Dave Chappelle, what was Chris Rock? He was beaten on stage because someone was offended by the joke. Dave Chappelle was also attacked on stage because someone in the audience felt offended
by what they are saying.
I think there's been a silent culture around people being offended by different statements and leaving them like that. And people want to put a premise. And this is going to be one of those. With that, my argument is still the same. We don't know what the family has as evidence. But if what they have is the man of God is positioned, that becomes dangerous.
I don't think that's going to help in any way. Because anyone can wake up today and claim God showed me. And look at a trail of things and say, yeah, it actually happened because of that. Actually, I'm confirming as a man of God. Who needs to confirm these things? We're talking about a life lost and people being mentioned as being part of the people that conspired to take out their life. And you are confirming, so
there's so many things, right? And I think I want to share with you, I said this several times here, that a claim about somebody's evil doings has to be based on evidence, right? The evidence. If the evidence is there, we're looking forward because we're going to learn.
Very, very, I think
the evidence is not there. You also look at the other part of people that have been accused. You get accused today, and you say to the person, you have accused me and you have tarnished my image. People will not work with me, so I will claim damages.
What?
It becomes the whole thing, right? Becomes the whole thing. So, that's a crazy one. Wanda is not checking in. I'm assuming you're struggled with internet, but I wanted to get Wanda's voice because of his position in the space. Because this one is going to be an interesting one. He's been talking. I'm going to switch it up. I know it's a different topic together, but this one is an interesting one because it's based on faith versus what has been documented as what in this context, saying that I am wrong means that you have offended me and you have tarnished my image, and that is ABC.
Okay.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's go to the next one.
To the next one. What do we have?
Ambassador.
Ambassador David.
No,
there's another
3. One. No, Saudi Arabia's controversial mega city project, The Line. I'm excited about this one. The Line. So anyway, for this one, we have a video which we're going to show you as part of explaining more about this. I hope the video is gonna play, and then we're gonna come with explanations because this one is interesting because it's a city that is being envisioned in Saudi Arabia, and it's a crazy idea. So let's check the video. The producer K-Yorn.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution.
Perfect. Yeah, so let's talk about The Line. So you've seen the video. The connection is bad. We need to get some heavy bandwidth for this one. So probably I should look for a dedicated line so that we don't have issues. But you've seen the video. In the video, there is a new project that I need to get the name right. The Saudi Arabia Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is aka MBS. Is the one that is envisioning this project. So this project is going to be, there are a series of projects that are being envisioned. So the one of it is The Line, which is the one that we've shown you. The second one is Neom Bay. The third one is Neom Bay Airport. The other one is Oxygen. Octagon rather. The other one is Neom International Airport, and the last one is Trojana. So we're talking about the line. I brought this one because this is interesting.
It is.
Because one, you're looking at the city that is being envisioned in a desert, but this city is being envisioned in a way that it can change how we build cities, right? Which is more, people are looking at efficiency, people are looking at maximizing space, not one person having a compound, but they're looking at something like communities being put in some place. Yeah, how do you look at that?
No, it's crazy, but it also defines how people are able to expand their imagination, to be able to sit down and envision things and probably go out there and try to put them out into perspective. So it's actually challenging the status quo of how things have always been to coming up with something new, something that we have never thought about. And this actually tells us that I think there are just too many possibilities out there. There will be like a lot of questions being asked because, okay, fair enough, this is on Earth, so we're not going outside Earth in this project. We're not talking about Mars project. We're not talking about invading Jupiter or whatever other planets. No, this is on Earth, but it's just in a desert where water is a problem, where the weather is a whole different thing. It's too hot in there, and when you look at accessibility and all that, but people are envisioning that, and when you see that video and look at the plans, the things that are possible, and how they want to build this thing in a desert and make sure that it takes care of the surrounding environment, not encroach, not cut down trees, not do that. It's like humans have now realized that they have a responsibility to take care of this thing that we call the Earth and create or build in a way that it's more sustainable. I don't know if we were too late or maybe it's the future because we have cut down on the trees. We are actually on the verge of finishing all the forest and we are not sure of what comes next. Could this be it? That this is how we're going to live going forward?
The way I look at it, right, I think I was looking at more of the science fiction movies. Right? Like you live in this other planet, your own communities, because the width, right? The width is 200 meters. 200 meters is not a lot of space.
It's like a very small tiny space, and if you're building a city, a living
200 meters, but the other side is long. I don't know. I didn't get the stats for that. But what is really crazy is how they set up. Would I feel confident to live in that city?
I don't know. Okay, how do you travel from if you live on the far end of the city?
No, the things are sorted. So there is a transportation. They will use AI systems. You could travel from this to 20 minutes, from the end to end. 20 minutes. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But the communities will be segmented into groups, sort of. So you have your own community here, another community here, another community here. So you will have access to the natural resources and all those things there. But what you don't have access is a freedom of, I will start walking today and I can go this side.
This side. You only have like one direction where you can like stretch.
For me, man, I feel like it's some sort of prison, right? And people are talking about it. So the project is expected to start in 2024. The prince was hoping that he would get the people to, it's $80 billion in terms of investment, but they're looking forward to get people to invest. So they will put the shares on the stock exchange for in Saudi Arabia. So if you're looking forward to buying those, you
could buy some land there and probably.
This is crazy, man. You see the way we are thinking about metaverse, us living in our own environment. I think he is thinking, okay, if people think about the metaverse, they can live in this environment.
Probably. I think the coming in of things like AI and then all these new innovations that are coming in from going cashless, people trying to explore Mars, explore the moon, how habitable it is. I think people have just gone haywire. Like there are no boundaries to what people can imagine.
Yeah.
There are no boundaries to what's possible. And when you think about how we live here in Malawi and see how people are thinking about these things now, the use of robots and all that, I don't know how we're gonna live or how we're going to catch up. I don't think there's anything like catching up. But but how are we going to live together, coexist? Basically, that's what I'm talking about. How are we going to coexist with these people that are living on this spectrum of life with all these things, and us who are still going to the farm using hoes, and when we travel, we're still like depending on a bicycle. A car is actually one of the biggest
it's a luxury
achievements that we can have over here. How would the world be like? Where are we going? Where are we heading to?
I think Malawi, we're so poor, right? That some of these things sound mythical. The way probably I'm reacting to this is because of the poverty that I'm surrounded with, because this is what I see.
Yeah.
But for other people, they are tired of this. They are tired of the upper life, and they want to explore more.
Yeah.
Probably that would be something that would make sense for them. But in the case of Malawi, this line rather is a project, is their 2030 strategy, and we have a 2063, and our 2063 is a very interesting idea. I don't think it's crazy enough, but it's an interesting one, I think, which would mean a lot of transformation. Because sometimes when you're thinking all this AI, when you're thinking all this Bitcoin, a smart life, you forget that if you just come out of your house, just take a few meters and check the other direction, there's a community which is so disconnected to the internet, and they don't even know or care
what's happening there, how you use it. No,
they don't care about AI, they don't care about machine learning, they don't care about that there's a Bitcoin. All they know is money has to be in coins or has to be in paper, has to be approved by the government.
When I pay for it, I get change. I know its value, but you can't tell me about blockchain. You can't tell them about these
smart cities. You be like, smart cities. So I want big ones.
Interesting enough, there are like several projects that I know. Of course, I've got the Goshen City project going on, and there are some 700 cities proposed or earmarked around the country. I also know a smart city project that's popping up somewhere. Yeah, I've had conversations with different people. Yeah, in Malawi.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very interesting project. I'm not gonna talk a lot about it, but I've seen like 2 different documents about these smart cities. It's like people are also thinking something about building sustainable communities within Malawi. And I think it's the same line of thinking. Even in 49, we stay here in 49, Dubai, Baghdad. Okay, we the people that stay in 49 outside Malawi. Yeah. You know, Baghdad here, the people that stay in Dubai. It's crazy, but
So Dubai is not the Dubai you know.
Not the Dubai you know. Our Dubai in 49. You stay in a compound where you have got all these things, for internet, you've got all these, you're able to like stream live on the internet and whatnot. Just outside there, you just walk like maybe 100 meters down. There's like a family that's staying down there. They don't care about internet, everything. This used to be their land. Life is okay with them. They don't care. But that doesn't mean that what happens here in this compound is not happening. No, for them they just don't care, but it's happening.
It's happening.
So even in this country, there are people that are actually like dreaming too big. Like you see their dreams, you go like, oh shit, what have I been thinking about? These people are like putting in investment in billions of US dollars to build things and whatnot. So
is a wake-up call for how we dream. How far can you dream?
Absolutely.
Will this project be realized starting 2024, putting up shares and hoping that it's going to be a thing? Will this thing happen? We don't know. I don't know. But what I'm thinking is that this project is helping us to dream again, to say, if people in the desert
are planning to build this kind of city,
which is
it's
crazy
in the desert.
way.
What about us? We have got access to water. Of course, our electricity is not reliable, but we have access to the sun 2, 3, 6, 5
Yeah.
days.
We have
You
to
put up
sound-
solar panels. What are we doing? What are we thinking? We're still all trying apart from here, where we have got backup.
Probably power is already off. I'm not sure, but yeah.
So,
power should be
but
out
I
now.
think it's time for us to also explore developments with the AI and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think it's time to think about projects like the line, and activate our thoughts, activate our thinking.
what would that look like in our
Yes,
context?
In our context.
What are crazy things that make life better, make things easier?
Yeah.
How can we transport people from one place to another and not get stuck in traffic for all this long time?
I think we can stay with it for some time while I'm just cleaning up.
Oh yeah, I think it's back. Yeah,
It's
back
back?
now.
Cool.
Apologies, internet issues, but
Malawi issues.
Malawi issues. We have got a lot of issues. So we're talking about what's trending now on social media, and we're talking about Ambassador David Young from the United States of America, who is now in the country, and really he's just trying to settle in, trying to find out what's happening in Malawi.
Yeah.
He has replaced Ambassador Scott, and yeah, his diplomatic mission on a high.
In the high note, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I first saw him, pictures of him, not seeing him, pictures of him when he just arrived, and the Yali team was going out to the U.S., so they had to go like a farewell thing.
Yeah.
And he took pictures with the Yali team. I saw like crazy pictures, and also saw a video of him dancing. I was like, oh, down to earth guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's been trying to just understand the Malawian culture and all that, so he keeps going to these places. He actually made it point blank that he loves soccer, and he was looking forward to supporting the Flames. I've seen him already at the Flames game. He loves the Queens. It's one of the things that he has always been following. The Malawi Queens, the netball team.
Yeah.
He has been really there supporting them and whatnot. And now he has gone to the hood. Ambassador David is in the hood. He did a post on the U.S. Embassy in the Nyondo page asking for people's recommendations on street food that he
Should try.
should try. So people gave him recommendations and whatnot, and yeah, dude stuck to his word. This week has been to Area 18. Mpiga Wamanda's been about with this other woman. who
That's
mentioned
Area
that.
18?
Yeah, that's Area 18. It's a very popular sport for people that are from 18. Amanda's been yeah. And yeah, I had a taste of the mandasi from this woman. Actually helped in making some himself, which is like really, really going down into the communities and just interacting with people. Yeah, we've seen him eat. What was that that was eating in Area 13? He had lunch there. Area 13 the Kunsiga. Malawi. Kumene timakaja. Sisi center je makaja kumene koko. Not big bosses, but anyamata ku city center, akulu ku city center. Amene amagwira ntchito ku city center ambiri. Amene budget yawo imayinena kuti isamayidutse kwambiri. We go eat there for 1.5. Yeah. It is like there. So, what do you think? How do you interpret this?
For me, this is what cultural relations are. It's about to thirst, to win the hearts of people. I don't want to talk about other ambassadors, right? But I think the approach that he has taken is an approach where he's going to win the hearts of so many, right? So many people will be happy to hear from him because he has learned our culture and is part of us. Part of engaging with people, part of cultural relation is assimilation. You want to assimilate into some cultures for some time, and when you say, I hear you, but can we also try this? People will listen to you. But when the diplomatic relations of different countries come, and their approach is more centered on how we think their countries, their countries will be able to.
We want to support you in this. Want to give you this.
It feels like the master and the slave, right?
Yeah.
But his approach is of colleagues. We can talk. We can share food. We can talk about your sports. We can talk about your arts. We can talk about your food. That's how you assimilate, and that's how you can control. If someone has bad intentions, they can also use the same strategy because it's easy. You get
down to it.
to connect with people, and then you can learn from them, get into and so. But what he's doing is really interesting for me. The top of the list in my mind when I was thinking about this is, come on, this guy is doing what a politician in Malawi can't do already. A politician in Malawi is going to be is not be
you have to really look for them, and you can't just find them anywhere, being people that they have grown up to be.
Alright.
Yeah, so like I got like a lot of people comments from groups where and even on social media. I'm a cultural relations person. I have interacted with people from different cultures for different reasons.
Sell yourself, man. Sell yourself.
I'm an expert in cultural relations, and I love just to understand how people live and how they think, and you can only do that when you meet the real people. Yeah, a few years ago I used to run the Walk biking tours.
Yeah.
Basically what I was doing, this kind of people, people that come to programs and whatnot. When you actually have a one-on-one interaction, you get to understand their challenges, their troubles, their pain points. But when you only have people, go into the field, you don't get the clear picture. So for me, I recommend this type of public for whatever reasons. He's trying to get Intel for what? Because somebody was like, no, that's not expiring. You don't know, you just can't.
Like, okay, Malawians, if you can be spied,
dude, you can be spied.
They can just go on Migozi,
you actually find out what every Malawian thinks, how they think, what they everything you can actually interpret from there.
So really, when someone says Intel, I always laugh.
Intel?
What Intel? What are you hiding? Because everything is already
everything for Malawians, everything is like if I want to know someone, even if I was to be a prophet, or
things easily. So if people say it's Intel, come on, Intel for what? Everyone has already
actually the fact that this person is an ambassador of their country into Malawi, he needs Intel because that's what
that's learning.
Because that's where you learn the other countries.
That's how we also expect our ambassador in New York to behave, to engage.
And I don't know. I have got a few friends. I think I need to have conversations with them. The ones that are outside the different diplomatic postings. What are they doing really? Because for me, we both work for a cultural relations organization of different countries. And our mandate is really to intensify the cultural relations, like people from how we live, what we value. We also need to learn how they live, how they value. We had a conversation with Ambassador David at the Public Affairs last week. Basically. So we're talking about the U.S. He shared how people in the U.S. live, their values, even individuals value themselves. It's me. They know if I explore the world. That's how David Livingstone they want to satisfy themselves. In so doing, they can share that with others. Their time, their value.
And the question is, what do you value?
What are our values? What are the conversation that we have? What are values as Malawians? Umuntu. Which is Umuntu when your politicians pocket 1.5 billion in a year meant for development of their community, their constituents, and the constituents get nothing. They're busy buying all these expensive cars. What's the spirit of Umuntu there? Do we still uphold we value Umuntu as a spirit? We used to stay with our grannies, our cousins. We have had these conversations. Do we still stay in those nuclear extended families.
Extended families.
We all now building 4 building houses at 70, and all your kids have gotten married, have also built their 3-bedroom houses with their own, and you are your husband, if I like it, that they're still probably a single parent whose all kids are now married, have got grandchildren.
Yeah.
Is in a 3-bedroom house somewhere alone.
Yeah. I think when it comes to this, I remember the Minister of Unity, he mentioned something around the values when he was doing a presentation at Magu. I remember that one. So he was talking about the Malawi have lost our values, we need to instill our values. It's a good conversation. People don't want to think about it. Everything that is Malawian is deemed retrogressive.
Yeah.
Is deemed not worth exploring. That kills everything that we can sell. There, you see how a Malawian will behave. And then ask you, you can't even say anything good about it. And you expect that person that to believe in you. You everybody else.
Nah.
I've ever met people from different countries who tell good stories about their countries, who celebrate their country, celebrate artists, celebrate. Hey, you have never met this artist. Okay, he's playing next week. You just go there.
You should go see him. Some things, if I just say as far as it's Malawi, we feel like And I'll tell you, do you know most of our artists are actually respected when they go outside there and they make a name there. They come back, that's when we want to all align with them. Hey, walk around. You know, there's a time that I actually did a post on Facebook and I listed people that are artists, but they have all their connections or like roots or maybe the sprouting point with the when they were outside somehow. People like Ted Green, we always went, oh, Ted Green, because his music played on Channel O.
Oh, wow,
before that,
he was never
just
respected. He was just nobody and all those
right
things.
now that Kedula has gone to the U.S.A, but when he does that, you now, okay, probably we have learned to appreciate Kedula.
Yeah.
But she has had the reception that her music, the ones that she has made before, until maybe last year when she came up with all this dance and whatnot. But the art itself, we wait until Ijogina Wage.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
you
know what?
Okay,
this same podcast, we here, Info9 doing podcast.
Yeah.
There are people that watch, people that are actually giving us all the support, the fire.
Yeah.
The moment some people from somewhere highlighted, oh, there's this podcast, everybody would want to.
Yes, if this podcast is gonna go international, everyone who has never watched will start watching from episode 1.
They will go and watch everything. But we should learn to appreciate our own things.
Yeah.
Appreciate the Mandas woman, ourselves. Let's go there.
I think we need
let's show them the video.
Yeah, we need to get our cultural positioning. We need to get our love for the country back. I know we have politicians to worry, we have people that are working in different spaces to worry, but the thing is, we have one country to protect, we have one country to love,
and this is it.
You can leave and you can go somewhere, but you still have you still have to call Malawi your home.
Can we watch that video for the ambassador on what we're talking about?
Yeah, so there's a video of the ambassador that should be coming through in a minute. Just one click, because we do Malibu Ivanga Soja. I hope people in different countries.
Mandazi Okombo Kwambiri. It's delicious. Thank you. Zikombo.
Yeah, it looks like what you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the that was the ambassador there.
Yeah.
Enjoying his mandasi and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we're talking we're talking about how do ambassadors behave outside there. We do 2 or 3. In
on this point, in Zambia, explore artistic values that are there and the connections, explore the business, the transporter opportunities that are there. Can you come out and start having this conversation? So organize meetings. Everyone who wants to invest in Zambia, everyone who wants to do something in Zambia, we have a Zoom call. Join. Let me tell you what is happening. I've never seen a call where someone in Netherlands will be like, okay guys, yeah, we present you in Netherlands. Seen an opportunity. We have a Zoom. Let's meet. Let's have a conversation. Let's share what you can do if you want to come to Netherlands.
No, they're all in their offices. They are wearing ties, suits, and driving to work and back home. Probably just attending the formal invitations.
It's about formal invitations and posting them online.
I want to see an ambassador or a representative of Malawi, whatever capacity, go out there in Brazil when there's something happening. Tell us what opportunities are there for Malawian footballers.
I need to know.
Are you interacting with teams, football teams, whether it's from the grassroots, learn how football works, do a seminar or a chat with young people. The Minister of Sports here, can we find Ajinyamara, ID talent, want to talk to them, want to connect them with the teams in here in Brazil. They should also know that Malawi is a football nation. We're so crazy about football.
For me, I think
we're all in English Premier League jerseys today because it's the first day of the EPL. We are a football fanatic country. What are people in the UK embassy doing? I think there's one ambassador that I've known, I've followed, and I can say without fear or contradiction that he did a very good job while he was on his diplomatic posting. Ken Mbonda, when he was in the UK, he promoted Malawi. He was on Twitter. He was like doing all things. Man, that's the guy that I followed, and I loved everything I was doing.
What do people do there?
Embassy. What are you doing? And I'll tell you, Ambassador David just came in.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he was on a call. Like, he met Tan before he went to the US. He was all those Tans. Tan has named me Mr. Broken Chichewa. Yesterday, Zan was his birthday. He actually sent him a message, did a message that he posted. And he has already linked Tana with because he had once worked with Zambia. He has been linking with my guys out Zambia in a B-Flow. Like, him as an ambassador is linking Malawian credits that he has only made once or twice to other credits that he has worked with. I know, you know what you do? If you work with this guy, when you come on, our ambassadors, what
do you do?
I don't know. My embassy, or you know how the missions work.
What do you do?
What's the way there?
Because the thing is, go to a country, there are opportunities. It's not giving you the opportunity on We are back.
Internet issues.
But internet issues. But we'll make sure that we close this one quickly. But we were ranting on the ambassador.
Diplomatic issues. Oh.
They're not.
Okay.
We're ranting on diplomatic issues. Honestly, I think people that are in the diplomatic relations can do better. We need a lot of support when it comes to how they connect Malawi to different countries. I feel like there's so much that can be done, but it's not done, so it's okay. It is what it is. We hope things will change. But yeah, kudos to Ambassador David. Looking forward to what he's going to be doing in the next few years. I think it's going to be fun.
For me, from my interactions personally, from the cultural conversation, and also his interactions with Dana, it looks like somebody who is willing to explore more, to do more, to really just connect many young people. I think he has got a young person's vibe. It's like a young person living in an old man. The things that he loves, things that he talks about, he's got this passion for like just connecting people. He's already been asking about, is Lake of Stars happening this year? What fun festivals are there? I want to bring you guys friends from Zambia, other African country where it's been. Can we do different projects that can connect?
Can people learn from
Malawi and the U.S.? So it's there. There's intent.
Diplomatic. Like, what are you guys doing there? Jump with some Masood, like, what are you doing, man?
No, I don't know. I think we need to revisit a lot of things, and
yeah, because
most
for
of these
people who go
appointments,
there, they just say, I pull.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll be making
we're gonna make money, best kwakuti. But I don't know if these are like people that will actually foster relationships, because it's about relationship building.
It's about relationships,
and
nothing else. We don't expect you to give us money. We expect you to connect us. If I am having a project, let's say in the U.S., right? I want to do business in the U.S. I should be able to talk to the ambassador or the team in the U.S. Representing Malawi. Guys, I want to open a company in Delaware. I want to trade. I want to have. They should be able to have that information. Do they have it? If they have it, why don't they just share with us?
A waiting list that are waiting to connect with Malawians who have to do something.
How do you make it possible for us to do that?
Absolutely.
Crazy, man. So
yeah, we'll be praying and hoping that Ambassador David's example resonates with other people elsewhere and they actually do the right things. So while we're talking about relationships and whatnot, I think one of the relationships that happens in this world is through our mutual love for and football. I don't know what you call it in house, but yeah, soccer has always been here, but the English Premier League is back this evening, and we can't wait for another season. Not eating because appetite ya tower game and go tell before supper time, and mine playing, so you can't eat. And
what's gonna happen again?
Then where Manu just like, you watch Man, you go like, wow, I have this team. Yeah, so I think there's been a lot of developments in the English Premier League. Malawians love the I've seen some posts today, some memes where the women officially handing over the remote.
The remote.
Yeah,
the remote handover ceremony.
Absolutely. So you know what it means. Evenings for soccer. You watch your B Niger, your Ziwa later on. But soccer time, if you want to keep your man home, give them the remote. Otherwise, of course, it's still gonna be a factor.
Yeah, it's
to let men still go out and gather more. So, looking forward to a new season, 2023 season. Still Manchester United, Red Devils for life. And McDonald is a Man City fan.
I'm a Man City fan. Look, I'm on the new jersey, right? Putting on a new jersey, meaning that I am a fanatic. Of course, shout out to my wife. She's the one who got this one. For the sake of my affiliation. So we should check you. People around, what are they doing to your jersey? Because jerseys are never bought by men.
No,
it's a culture, right?
I usually buy on jersey.
Yeah, but probably someone.
I also buy for other people.
Yeah.
So I know somebody was already trying to check.
Yeah.
Which one do you like? So I know there's one on the way.
Okay, there's one
the
on
white
the way.
one on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shout out to our suppliers. If you had given us good discounts, would have mentioned you. But talk to me after this podcast. Maybe I can have a deal with you next time. But no, you know, this guy gives me like good
deals.
Yeah. Me as Heptic Chigaru is my plan for food.
Oh, I remember guy.
He prints like.
You'd have something? Yeah. Oh, they man one. Dude, I see.
You know, have this one sort of the whole season, last season until now, still intact, stack, nothing really. It's like a proper. So because you give me a very good price for these things, I'm not scared to promote your business, bro.
Yeah.
To get another one, the white one for this season.
Yeah, and for us,
another live up one
because we're getting the cup. We're getting the EPL this time around. Yeah. I don't just like what Guardiola is doing, man. I say what you summer player. What you say, Jesus? I say you can't remove Jesus.
You can't remove the savior and believe that you're gonna.
I see what Jesus is doing. I say,
but
it's crazy.
There's something that I've noticed. I don't know if it's just me or I'm just being stereotypical, but I Liverpool and Man City have got this agenda going on of trying to get rid of black players.
Black, or maybe, let's say, people of color.
People of color, yes, people of color. Because the overhaul that has been happening to Man City, Sterling has gone.
Yeah.
Jesus is gone.
Yeah.
Is
Fernandinho was leaving because I think he said I'm going back home.
Okay, so he left. He was okay. So it's like most of your black players have left, are leaving, and it looks like it's been the same thing that's been happening. So Liverpool, Mane gone, Origi gone. Who else? I don't know. For the first time, Man U is like bringing in a lot of black players into the play. When we were the guys that always had like white players,
the white players,
time,
man.
yeah.
I think diversity is important.
It is in football.
We need
and I saw the report here, Italy, the Napoli boss who said I'm not gonna sign African players until they sign a waiver not to play in the African Cup. What the hell? What?
Man, there's a lot of racism in football, man. We're so happy we're taking part on this thing, but the question is always, who's sympathizing with us? Who's sympathizing with black players?
Absolutely.
Man, we need Africans. We love football. We want to be part of something.
We want to see our players play in there. We want to see our stars share leagues.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like anything to do with black players being sidelined. I know the money issue. People, he wasn't paid properly and they had to leave and go somewhere. Like, are we still there?
Nah,
we're
still there.
We need to move on, right? We need to move as a generation. But yeah, it's not as easy as we would. But yeah, shout out to Mane is getting a good deal, I think, with Bayern.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jesus. Jesus is getting all the goals, man. Getting all the goals. I think that's a player that if Arsenal is playing with Man City, I would be conflicted.
Who to support?
Yeah, because honestly, I was a fan of the guy, man. The guy was giving us goals in the UEFA, man.
I think the good thing about Liverpool and Man is that he's not in the EPL. But then there's still like the Champions League that's gonna be coming. But I know a lot of people that really are just like demotivated because they loved Mane so much, and now that he's left, there's always that.
The guy had the energy, man. The guy was just doing whatever he was supposed to do. But football is crazy, man.
I read a message. I don't know what page that was, but it was like there was a quote from Klopp who said, "Mine was the guy who gave more than 100% all the time.
Every time I say he was putting the energy,
and all these nice things." And he said when he scored in their previous game, Bayern against RB Leipzig, he didn't believe that money left Liverpool. So I was like,
But you don't
but
pay
did you
him.
do enough to
Just pay the guy.
pay him what he deserves?
What I say. But yeah, shout out to the couple heavy transfers that I have. So I'm gonna read some, so that maybe we were. Pogba left Manu. By the way,
he's back. He has returned.
We returned to
Juventus.
Juventus. This is a crazy one. There is Leeds sold Kevin Phillips to Man City. We're looking forward to what
that.
Kevin.
I envy that one.
Man,
I always wanted Kevin Phillips in Man United. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
But
Man
yeah,
City won.
he's a white player. So what do you expect? We're gonna get him.
He's a boy of color. He's a
So Gabriel Jesus from Man City to Arsenal at £45 million. Zinchenko from Man City to Arsenal as well.
That is even another.
I think those were the big names that I think I have on the list. Who else were there? Alexander Lacazette, man, from Arsenal to Lyon on a free transfer.
I don't know how. I don't know, but I
He's
think
been pushed,
Arteta knows best about some. Anyway, he has brought in some good players, but on Lacazette, I don't know. I thought that guy was.
Lacazette was a force, man.
Yeah, it was a force for us.
It's gonna be like that guy who went to Barcelona. The striker.
Aubameyang. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
What other exciting?
I know about Manu. We have signed 3 now. Ericsson has made what's termed a miraculous signing for Manchester United. About 360 days or so ago, he collapsed on the pitch. We thought
could have died,
lost him. Yeah. And he recovered, went back. He played, I think, last season for Norwich. And now he just signed for Manchester United. And he said he never thought that would happen. Like, never.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And on a free transfer, right? Coming from Bradford to you on a transfer.
Who's that? Oh, yeah, Ericsson. Yeah, came on a free, which is like really, great signing. And we have signed in a defender. Lisandro Martinez from Ajax, and we have also signed Terry Malasha, Terry Malasha from, was it Sporting?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
so many transfers, man.
There's been a lot, I think, going on.
Yeah, I think from Liverpool side we have Nunes. I think that was a big signing, right?
Was a big
that was a crazy one.
We look forward to what happens to Nunes and Haaland. These are the people that we are.
Yeah, because Haaland to Man City is what is giving us hope that maybe. I'm not sure about Haaland.
I enjoyed his first game against Liverpool. The Charity Shield. He was horrible, and I loved watching him being horrible. He missed. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
I saw it, and I was like,
he's a very good first impression.
Even worthy, the man.
But it's the Premier League.
It's the Premier League.
Nunes had the same kind of games.
I heard that he was just all over it.
Yeah, but I think he came up like later on in the preseason, so he showed up. Yeah, but the season is just starting. Looking forward.
Let's check out the games that are happening tonight. Tonight
there's Arsenal. There's Arsenal tonight. He's playing Crystal Palace. Yep. Arsenal's playing Crystal Palace tonight. On the table. We have Crystal Palace Arsenal tonight. At 9, we have Fulham versus Liverpool tomorrow, 1:30. You see Bournemouth versus Aston Villa, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Newcastle versus Forest. This is a Nottingham has actually signed Jesse Lingard.
Jesse
Lingard has gone to Nottingham Forest. This is a team that I love. I don't know. I just have like this vibe for Nottingham Forest because it has always beaten, I think, Arsenal in the FA Cup. So there's this meme that circulates of a pitch surrounded by trees, and then they say home where. It's very interesting. A very interesting Football Club.
This is a crazy one, man. Nottingham Forest. I look forward to seeing what that was going to do. But yeah, did you hear about Jesse Lingard? He wants to get the Amapiano star. Who's this lady? This lady who dances a lot. Uncle Waffles. To his part.
Jesse would do that.
This is crazy.
Jesse Lingard would do that.
Yeah.
Literally, Jesse Lingard would do. He's a guy who can do that. I think he loves his Afro music. He loves his party. He loves his.
It was some Mama Piano
Yes.
on his birthday.
Yes.
So yeah, he did some whatever Instagram stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I would want to check that out.
Yeah, but
And
yeah.
he's gotten himself a very good deal money wise.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Yeah, at Nottingham.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being paid. He's being paid well.
Accordingly.
He's got a very.
Yeah, but I think they needed a good player that has been there, right? So I think
Yes.
him is gonna be
because now that they are
interesting.
in the EPL, yeah, they needed players like him.
Yeah, I think what other games are there? Tottenham.
Tottenham is playing Southampton
Southampton.
tomorrow at 4:30. Leeds is playing Wolves
Yes.
at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. And Everton is taking on Chelsea at 6:30 p.m.
Man, tomorrow is crazy.
Leicester City is playing Brentford on Sunday at 3 p.m. Man United is playing Brighton on Sunday as well. So
And there's
West
a
Ham.
crazy game. West Ham versus Man
Man
City.
City.
Because you know that West Ham has beaten us twice, I think.
yeah. West
Season it was crazy.
Ham last season has been to reckon with.
Yeah.
And
Cool,
yeah, we look forward to how they start this season.
Yeah.
And
Cool, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, what else do we have? Giving out.
Before we do that, I want to get your predictions for the season. A few predictions from you, and we're gonna keep this,
Yeah.
and we'll see where the season
Yeah.
ends. Who's winning the
The
EPL?
EPL. It's Man City. Come on. This is our inheritance.
Okay.
So Man City is getting the EPL.
Okay.
I see Liverpool competing so hard, heavily on the UEFA one.
Okay.
They're still crying.
Yeah.
With what Vidi Junior did.
Which four teams will finish top four?
Top four?
So there's Man City already there.
Man City, Liverpool will. I'm looking at Arsenal this time around.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Chelsea. Man
Man
U
U
is
finished outside the top
fifth.
four.
Yeah, Man U.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Who do you think is going to be the top goal scorer?
Top goal scorer for me, I think this Nunes guy. This Nunes guy.
Nunes, right?
Yeah, because Haaland, I'm not sure, man. Haaland, I think probably he would maybe be a heavy contender, but I think this Nunes guy is here to show us some frames.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nunes, Haaland, this is the league where players come shining elsewhere,
Yeah.
and they display decimally
Aish,
in the
man.
EPL.
Man.
My predictions. I think Man City is gonna win the league.
Okay.
Yeah, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man U are gonna finish in the top four. I believe that Nunes and Haaland
Yeah.
will not be among the top goal scorers for this season. They will not.
Fair. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because of their.
They will not. They'll probably score several goals, but they will not win the golden boot. It's gonna be another player who's already been in the Premier League. It could be maybe Harry Kane. It could be someone. Maybe Anthony Martial. Yeah, but not Haaland and Nunes this time around.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game to watch, man.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? But yeah, let's go to the next one. Fast. So yeah, let's talk about Suffix. Suffixes.
Tickets for his
So
show
I
at Civo
asked.
Stadium.
I'm not sure how many people are online right now, but I asked for people who want the tickets just to say their names. If you want a ticket, just say your name. We'll put you in a raffle draw. Is it? Just comment and say I want a ticket. Just comment and say I want a ticket to Suffix's show that is happening on the 9th of October
22.
2022. So just comment your name if you want a ticket. Tickets. All right. So everyone. Yeah. So what has happened is the producer here, Kelly on, has
Already
done
has
some
your
magic.
names.
So already has the names of everyone who has
Entered the raffle
entered the
draw.
raffle draw. So don't worry about it. We're going to do the raffle draw right now. So yeah.
We're going to do the raffle draw to see who are the lucky ones or the people that entered this Suffix giveaway.
So yeah. Can you do one spin again? So we're doing spins. We're doing some spins here, like it's
James Bond just missed it. So Catherine
Catherine
Hara. There we go.
Congratulations.
You get yourself the first ticket.
But I can see myself here. I've got it now. Catherine Hara getting a ticket. Let's just take a picture of the big screen here. First winner locked, Catherine Hara. Second winner, another spin.
That's that close to where's that?
Where's
Where's it? Okay, so where's it?
So that one as well.
That's the second
winner. Cool. Another one.
Yeah. Okay.
Another one. Another spin.
Damn.
Hey.
Balagajunga. Congratulations. You got yourself a ticket to Suffix show.
Yep. Another spin.
Yeah. That's
Number
number 4.
Alina. Man. The crazy ones, huh?
Yeah.
That's the final one?
That was like the fourth one. Can you just
let's
that was the
check.
fourth one. I think there's one more.
No, yeah, that's the fourth one. One more to
One
go.
more to go. So the final one now.
Final one. Final spin.
And that's James Banda.
James Banda. Cool.
Okay, cool. So James Banda, you got yourself a ticket to.
You got yourself a ticket. You got yourself a ticket. You got yourself a ticket. Ticket. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I think we have a couple of people that have got tickets. Who do a post about these people so that they can contact me and get their tickets, and then we can sort that out. So yeah, let's finalize, man. What is happening this weekend?
This weekend.
I want to know the Daliso show.
Yeah, there's a Daliso Japonda show happening in
Blantyre. Looking forward to the longer one, man.
They're also going to be coming down to Lilongwe later. So yeah, looking forward to those shows. The big one is the return of the EPL. So in the hood where I come from, there's a whole game day event.
Serious?
Yeah, at Uncle Vine. So it's organized by the I don't wanna confuse this. It's the Rotary Club of Lilongwe City Center.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So there's an EPL game day there.
Yeah.
Welcome like the biggest league on the land. So they're going to be beaming from the Fulham one at 12:30 against Liverpool.
Wow.
Spurs against Southampton, against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
It's,
So that's
Area 49 vibe right now. Meaning this side.
Yeah.
So we'll be there on that complex, just having fun. I think with the guys.
Yeah.
What else?
I know there are some street vibes that are happening in Blanta because of the show.
Okay.
Kistania
The
event.
activations.
The activations.
There's also a link up. Link up is this weekend.
Okay.
I've seen something. Is it the summer jam? There's something happening in Area 15.
Yeah.
It's a place we usually refer to as beer land. I don't know if
I think there's a beer fest, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
I saw
happening right
something.
there. And yeah, looking forward to that. The week that will be like reviewing our yeah, so we're bringing a very, very exciting. Have I talked about the game show on this show? On this podcast?
The game show?
The game show?
No, I haven't spoken about it.
Yeah,
Let's push it for next week.
Yeah, next week I think is when we'll actually
let's
talk
put it
about,
on the agenda.
Next week we're actually looking into that. So I think, we'll talk about the game show and what's happening and how you can be part of it next week. So have like a proper topic, just talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so far, this has been a week.
Yep.
Stepping into the weekend.
Yep.
With the Red Devils vibe. Hoping for a best season.
Wing it again. Man City. The Blues are getting it. So yeah, it's a crazy one, man. Yeah, it's great today.
Cool.
Looking forward
Make sure
to
you subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, do subscribe.
There's a very, very interesting podcast coming out on Monday. This podcast,
What I say? Which do you wanna?
you'll see the promos on the Facebook page and everywhere. Get yourself ready for that one. I'm gonna be also posting the part 2 of my couch interview with Lanke on my page. Think with Iman. I wanted to post it today, but I'll post that tomorrow for your weekend viewing for everybody. So, yeah, subscribe to my podcast, Think Generally with Iman, to podcast with Iman. Share stream on your Facebook pages.
And those Iman is coming up. Please bring it back.
Bring back my GoPro. I can't record my karaoke, please. Otherwise, I will engage a prophet or a magician. It's been fun.
Different with him, man. You hear some crazy stuff happening. Yeah. Also check my page, YouTube. It's coming. Let's say it's coming.
Yeah.
We see what's gonna happen, but it's coming. What's that? Yeah, looking forward to you commenting about it and stuff. We're dropping the promos. We did one today, another one tomorrow. I'm probably we'll just do that tomorrow and maybe Monday or whatever. But yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, guys, we gotta go.
We gotta go to the weekend. Do a lot of stuff to do. But yeah,
things.
enjoy your weekend.
See you next
on
week.
Friday on this podcast live.
Live.
Peace.